All right, everybody, welcome to today's how-to video, which is called How to Connect a Sewer Hose to the Dump Station. In today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how to connect your sewer hose to the dump station with ease and with easy connection. Most of the time when you hear me say RV sewer hose, you're thinking about a sewer hose that carries sewage from your dump station, from your waste valves, through a series of tubes like this one here. Now you guys can tell this one here is like the same thing, but we're going to show you guys how to connect your sewer hose to the dump station, okay? Now, the first thing that comes to it, when you have a sewer hose, you're going to connect it to your dump station like this. See here, now this is basically a dump station connection right here, but this is not connected right now, okay? So let me show you guys this. We're going to also show you guys some accessories that you're supposed to have when it comes to connecting an RV sewer hose to your dump station. Your 90-degree universal sewer adapter, which is this one right here. This is from the Valterra Silverback 15-foot kit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is basically an extension hose, but we're going to show you how to use a sewer hose kit in our next video, which is the small how-to series. Now, the small how-to series we're going to be using we're going to be using small RV sewer hoses like this one, but now this one right here is basically much better to use, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you're connecting your sewer hose to the dump station, you got to have this in the ground. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you got to have a sewer connection in the ground that is secure, okay? Now, like this is basically a secure tight fit at the dump station end of the unit. When the unit is fully extended, now ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you guys how to connect your sewer hose to the dump station when the unit is connected. So here's the first thing that we're going to do. Now, the first thing that we're going to do when you're connecting your sewer hose to the sewer hose dump station, now, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you before, you're going to have a bayonet fitting connection, okay? Now, the bayonet fitting connection is like a 3-ear connection. And then on the Silverback, you're going to have a bayonet fitting with a 4-pin lug fitting connection with a 4-pin connection right here. Now, this is the 4-pin connection that you see here at the other end, okay? You're also going to have a bayonet fitting with a 4-pin secure connection, okay? Let me show you guys how to connect these hoses, okay? Now, the first thing that we're going to do when you're connecting an RV sewer hose to the ground is you're going to take your 90-degree elbow or your 90-degree universal sewer adapter. We're going to place this in the dump station like that. When the unit is placed into the dump station, we're going to grab one end of our RV sewer hose. We're going to grab our sewer hose and we're going to connect the sewer hose and the elbow together like this. Remember, the lug fitting and the bayonet fittings have to connect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure that your bayonet fittings have a secure connection, okay? You don't want to have your bayonet fittings and your lug fittings like this, okay? Because that's what's going to cause your sewer to make a mess. Your sewer hose to make a mess and spew everywhere, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do, make sure that you have your hose connected to the dump station. Now, if you connect it to the dump station like this, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear a click or a nudge, if you hear a small click like this or a nudge, this is how it should connect. Let me show you guys how. It should connect like this. You see here? Now, you're going to tell that I have a connection now at the front end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my hose at the rear end of the sewer unit. So the first thing that I'm going to do, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Valterra Flush King and I'm going to hook it up to the waste output on the RV. Once the waste output is near, take the unit and we're going to connect it to the waste output on the RV. Okay? I'm going to turn the Valterra Flush King another way so that everybody can see the unit face me. Let me show you guys how that is done. We're going to connect our unit to the Flush King again. So to do that again, you're going to take your lug fitting and your bayonet fitting. Make sure that you have a secure connection like this. Once you have the secure connection, you're going to take your bayonet fitting again, and you're going to make sure that it is connecting to the RV's waste valve output area securely and tightly enough. All right, now ladies and gentlemen, now that the waste valve, now that your waste sewer line is connected to the waste valve output, it is now time for us to go ahead and dig into part 2, which is called disconnecting the dump station. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, now let me show you guys the setup here. Now, when I'm standing back here, okay, when I'm standing back here, you can tell, okay, you could tell right here that this unit and this unit are both connected to the sewer hose output. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my hose a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, now that I have my hose disconnected from the output, I'm actually going to reconnect it so I can show you guys what that looks like without it being so crooked and without it being so looking all cockeyed and messed up. So tomorrow, everyone, we are going to show you how to use. We're going to show everyone how. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely want to have a secure connection at the dump station end of the universal adapter. Okay. So let me show you guys this right here. This is the universal adapter end on the dump station. Okay. This is also a really serious part right here. This is also a serious connection, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, in our next video, which is basically the demonstration series. Now, the demonstration series is not yet around the corner, but we're going to demonstrate we're actually doing a demonstration series in the how-to series because it's basically teaching you how to use an RV sewer hose that has not been used. Now, this is basically brand new, like right out of the box. I mean, like right out of the box. So let me show you guys this real quick, okay? Now, if I want to have a closer sewer hose connection, okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to connect your sewer hose at a closer connection, which is basically like this. We're going to collapse our sewer hose down some, which is basically all the way down to the length that it needs to be, which is about 21 inches when collapsed. We're going to extend the hose out some. We're going to connect the unit to the dump station. Everybody, so now that we have gotten through the far connection, we're actually doing the connection real up close now so you guys can see it much better, okay? Now that we have our connection a little closer than that, you guys can tell the unit is connected, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, even though the unit is connected, it will still allow, even though the hose is connected, it will still allow you to expand and retract. It will still allow you to do a lot of other things other than that, okay? So to disconnect your sewer hose from the dump station, you're going to take your connection, you're going to twist to the left. Once the unit is disconnected from the dump station, we're going to grab the dump station elbow, which is basically right here. See here? This is basically what you're going to get for having a dump station adapter that is made for this. Okay? Now that we're finished showing you guys the connections at your dump station, we're going to unhook the line. After the line is disconnected, you're going to take your sewer hose, you're going to disconnect it from the unit, and then you're going to unhook the 90-degree elbow from the sewer. All right, everybody, so now that we have disconnected our unit from the dump station, we're now going to do a quiet demonstration of how to connect your sewer hose to the dump station. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the Valterra Flush King. So now that we have the Valterra Flush King disconnected, I'm going to now show you quietly how the unit is to connect. I'm going to demonstrate this quietly now, so that you guys can get a better idea of how this may look when connected. That is what your sewer hose looks like when connected to your dump station. Everybody, so now that we have finished up our first round, but now that we're doing the second round. So ladies and gentlemen, in the second round, in part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you guys I'm now showing you guys all the connection really quick. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around a little bit to show you guys what I've done. Okay, guys, so to give you an idea, this is what the unit looks like when connected to the dump station, okay? Now, you can see here that the unit is connected to the dump station. You can tell this unit right here is hooked up to the waste valve outlet. This unit is connected to the Form 1 adapter, which is the 90-degree universal sewer adapter, and the 90-degree sewer elbow. And the 90-degree universal sewer adapter is down into the dump station. Everyone, so now that we are finished with the second demonstration, we're actually going to do a third demonstration, but I'm going to guide you through how to hook and unhook your sewer hose at the dump station. I will now demonstrate quietly how to unhook your sewer hose from the dump station. All right, everybody. So now that we are finished with the demonstration of hooking and unhooking the sewer hose from the dump station, I'm now going to tell you guys, I'm going to show you all one more time how to do it, okay? So to do it, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 90-degree elbow. So the 90-degree elbow is basically going to come out of the ground now, but let me show you guys how to disconnect the 90-degree elbow quietly. See there? That's how your sewer hose is going to look when disconnected from the dump station. Okay, so everybody, so what we're going to do now is we're going to guide you through what fittings you're going to do, okay? What fittings you're going to do, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the 90-degree elbow. So let me show you guys this. So this part right here is the 90-degree elbow. You're going to have a 4-in-1 adapter down at the bottom. Let me show you how you're going to do this. You're going to take the slip fitting end of the 4-in-1 adapter, slip the elbow into the sewer like this. Okay? I'm going to say L and B for bayonet and lug. Okay? L, L, L and B, and W, V, which is waste valve. This is how your sewer hose is supposed to look when connected to the DS, which is the dump station. Now that we're about to unhook the sewer hose from the DS, it is now time for us to go through the L, the A, and the L and the B, and the WB setup. Lug and bayonet. Lug and bayonet. DS, dump station, waste valve. So this is how you unhook, that is how you hook and unhook your sewer hose at the dump station. Everybody, so we're going to take you guys through that process again before we end the video. So the next process we're going to do is I'm going to tell you guys one more time. We're actually going to do it again, okay? Everyone, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to grab your sewer hose dump station adapter, which is the 90-degree elbow. The slip fitting end goes in the ground like this. Next thing you're going to do, grab the lug fitting. You're going to grab the bayonet fitting end of the RV sewer hose. Hold on, everyone. Pick that up real quick. Now that we have our unit hooked up to the dump station, it is now time for us to hook the hose up to the waste valve. Waste valve, end of the hose. Grab your lug fitting and bayonet fitting of the Valterra Flush King and the Valterra Silverback. And then you're going to take your tapered end of the lug fitting and the bayonet fitting. You're going to connect it to, oh, you have it connected in the wrong direction. Laughing out loud. Everybody, so now that we are finished taking you guys through that guided part, now that we have finished the demonstration, I'm going to put the camera back in the position where it needs to be to end the video. Everybody, so the next thing we're going to talk about is after we do the demonstration rounds, we're going to talk about handling an RV sewer hose, do's and don'ts. So the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the unit from our waste valve adapter. We're going to do it like this. Next thing you're going to do, grab the lug fitting and bayonet fitting of the Valterra Flush King and the Valterra Silverback. The unit will come unhooked just like that. Set the unit down. And we're going to collapse the Valterra Silverback to the length that it needs to be, which is 21 inches. Tomorrow in our next how-to series, we're going to be doing the big how-to series, which is how to use a big RV sewer hose, which is a 15-foot kit or a 20-foot kit. After you disconnect the sewer hose from the dump station valve adapter, we're going to disconnect the waste end of the unit from the dump station. This is how it disconnects. Just like that. When you're done, take the unit out of the ground, and then you're finished. All right, everybody, so now that we are finished going through the how-to steps, I'm going to get you guys to understand that this right here is not really not a funny subject, okay? This is not a funny subject, okay? This is a serious subject, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are done going through the how-to stuff, we're going to talk about the do's and the do's and don'ts. Okay, so the do's and don'ts of using an RV sewer hose. You don't want to have an unsecure connection. Okay, that's a don't. Don't have your sewer hose disconnected from the dump station. Number one is you can empty out your tanks at your dump station, which is a really nice key factor. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, when the water flows through your RV sewer hose, it'll make a big mess. So you don't want to have your sewer hose unhooked from the dump station, okay? That's a don't right there, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you guys this real quick, okay? Now, this unit here, if you have your bayonet fitting connected, that's going to be a secure connection. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to have your bayonet fitting not connected to the dump station valve adapters, which is a really big no-no, okay? Which is also a really big no-no, okay? That's a really big no-no despite of that, okay? All right, everybody, so now that we are about to go into the second, we'll now demonstrate that a little bit more. We're going to demonstrate that again. So, now that we have our unit disconnected from the dump station, it is now time for us to go to number 2. So, buddy, I'm so sorry. It's really hot out here. I'm a little exhausted. Number 2, we're going to take our unit and hook it up to the dump station again, and we're going to disconnect it. First thing we're going to do, grab your 90-degree elbow, put it into the ground. Once the unit is put into the ground, you're going to take your sewer hose, hook it up. You're going to take your bayonet fitting, pick it up. You're going to take your flush king, pick it up. And then you're going to go over to your waste valve adapter, which is over here at the other end of the dump station. Now that we have our hose fully extended out, we're now hooking it up to the dump station, which is a really nice factor. Now that we got our sewer hose disconnected from the dump station and connected, now that we have it connected again, we're going to connect the sewer hose to the waste valve adapter. Now that you're finished connecting it to your dump station, this is what it looks like when connected to the dump station. Look. See how I got it connected to the dump station right there? That's what you're going to see when it is connected to the dump station. But when I disconnect it from the dump station, so in order for me to disconnect it from the dump station, make sure that all your waste valves are shut. Grab the flush king end of the unit, pick it up after you unhook it from the dump station waste valve adapter. Then you're going to unscrew it. You're going to twist it to the left in order for us to have a secure connection at the dump station. The next thing we're going to do is once we get the unit disconnected from the Valterra flush king, we're going to set the Valterra flush king down and we're going to collapse the unit down to 21 inches in length. Now this is a 5-foot extension hose that I'm using, everyone. Now that we have our sewer hose disconnected from the dump station, we're going to disconnect the waste valve. Now that we have our unit disconnected from the waste valve, it is now time for us to disconnect the unit from the dump station. Unhook the sewer hose from the 90-degree elbow, like this. And then you're going to take your 90-degree elbow out of the ground. Everyone, so that is going to be it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ka-ching, you have it. That is how to use an RV sewer hose that is small, okay? Now, this is basically a starter's video, okay? This is basically a starter's video, okay? This is basically for starters that are beginning to use an RV sewer hose at the dump station, okay? Everybody, so that is going to do it for today's video. So everybody, I hope you guys understand what it means to connect your wastewater hose to the sewage to the sewer into the ground, okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys understand that a little bit well and a little bit bigger and a little bit deeper understanding. Everybody, so I hope you guys understand what sewer hose, what passionate types of sewer hose is. But now, everyone, if you guys understand, this unit right here is so amazing. You can have these sewer hoses, but you got to know how to use them first, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's how-to video, how to connect and disconnect your sewer hose. That is the first how-to video. That is going to be the first how-to video of the day. That is going to do it for the first how-to video. How to connect and disconnect your RV sewer hose from the dump station. That is going to do it for this video. Have a great day. That is going to do it for the video. Have a great day.